Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday. Today is the 21st day of September, and that means today is National Paw Paw Day.
Paw Paw.
Yeah, National Chai Day today, National New York Day, and National Pecan Cookie Day. Have you ever had a pecan cookie?
I don't think so.
I don't know if I have either. Wait a minute. Would that be? No, that's an almond cookie. That's a whole different thing. No, I don't think I've ever had a pecan cookie.
I don't think
so
I
now, yeah, I'm pretty sure today I'm going to have one.
Wouldn't hurt to try one.
I mean, it would be weird not to, wouldn't it?
I think it would be sacrilegious.
Exactly. It is also a Thursday, which means we have Dear John Letters.
Dear John Letters. Is it a good one this week?
You know, it really is. It's one that we can have a little bit of fun with because it's serious, but it's not nearly as serious as some of the letters we've had lately. This one is about somebody whose neighbor got a dog, and the dog is using their yard instead of the neighbor's yard. So, yeah.
That's a thing.
Well, we're going to chat about that and see if we've got some good answers. There have been some good ones online as well at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. According to a new study, some football players wear lower jersey numbers in order to appear thinner and quicker. The study confirms this long-standing belief about how athletes choose their numbers. I didn't even know they get to pick their numbers.
I didn't either.
In 2019, ESPN looked into why many NFL wide receivers opt for jersey numbers between 10 and 19. Their investigation found that many players felt that lower numbers made them appear to run faster than higher numbers typically given to players in their position.
Okay, that's silly.
Starting in the 80s. The new study by UCLA researchers, participants consistently felt that the players wearing jerseys numbered 1 through 10 appeared slimmer than those wearing 80 through 89, even when the body sizes were identical. The senior author explained, in our daily lives, numbers written on objects, on a bag of sugar in the supermarket, or weights in the gym usually represent the magnitude of the object. The higher the number, the bigger or more massive the object generally is. Okay, I would have never even thought of that.
No, that's...
It's a study.
Clearly, they have research into everything, but
apparently.
it doesn't
Surveys
seem quite
and
right.
studies and such. Brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that the yogurt maker Chobani, am I saying that right?
Chobani.
They're looking for somebody to write dairy puns for their CEO's tweets and LinkedIn posts. I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. They already found them, but I still got to read this. They were willing to pay an annual salary of $187,000 to $287,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah, to a lucky creative writer. Shivani posted on their website on LinkedIn that they're looking for an executive writer to work directly with the CEO. For those who are still listening and haven't already started crafting their very best cover letter, filled with puns and milking it for all it's worth, the job has a few stringent requirements. Applicant must have at least 15 years of experience working in food, the packaged good industry, or in politics. Anybody who applies, anybody who applies must have strong writing skills and an extensive portfolio and published work. Duties include, among other things, writing and editing speeches for the CEO when he attends high-profile events.
And they want him to be
messages.
full of puns.
Yeah, and crafting message strategy for Chobani. So,
yeah,
the position is already filled, sadly.
Oh,
we don't know everything.
That's a shame, John.
I was thinking that was going to be my gig. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Ethan Hawke was not going to miss his Wildcat premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival for anything. He actually jumped on a bus to get there. Yeah, a Greyhound bus. So he wanted to make sure that he made it, and they asked him, is it true that you jumped on a Greyhound to get here? And he said, yep. He said he just disappeared in the back of the bus and read a book. So that's kind of cool.
That's fun.
Jamie Lynn Spears from the Zoe 101 star, that was on Disney, I believe it was. Anyway, she's going to be one of the folks dancing with the stars. By the way, that is Britney Spears'
It is, her sister.
little sister. And Drew Barrymore is in the news again. She was completely unaware that 2 fans were removed from a taping of her show for wearing WGA pins, according to the report. Their removal was blamed for the heightened security concerns. A spokesperson for the show says, we regretted that 2 audience members were not permitted to attend or were not allowed access. Drew was completely unaware of the incident and in the process of reaching out to the affected audience members to offer them new tickets. So there was something going on, some people yelling, something.
Okay.
I don't quite understand. But yeah, she's been under scrutiny a little bit lately. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Scientists say they have been able to successfully manipulate the dreams of rats.
Why?
How do they know?
Why are we studying these
I don't know.
things?
Well, I think they want to be able to manipulate our dreams, but how do they know they changed the dream of a rat?
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, we're going to get this rat to dream about something. How about cheese? I don't really know what they I don't know how they know. I don't know how they track this. I have no clue. Let's move on to this. The world's first piloted flight of an electric aircraft powered by liquid hydrogen has now taken place. So that's all, a lot of stuff going on in that sentence. I'm going to say it again. The world's first piloted flight of an electric aircraft powered by liquid hydrogen. You following all this so far?
Sure.
A German-based developer, H2 Fly, announced they successfully carried out 4 flights from Slovenia, powered by liquid hydrogen. It's all part of their flight test campaign, including one that lasted for over 3 hours. The company says the flights lay the foundation for long-range, emission-free flying. That's kind of cool. It's now working on scaling up their technology for regional aircraft and for other applications. It says beginning the critical mission of decarbonizing commercial aviation. So the thing that's really cool about this, if there's a way to fly where you're using liquid hydrogen, because I don't know if you know what water is. Water is H2O. It's hydrogen and oxygen. But I think, is liquid hydrogen pretty easy to get? You just split the hydrogen from the, I don't know how that works. But anyway, what they're saying is this could be really good as far as like a renewable thing. And hopefully it could bring down the cost of flying, because right now the most expensive part of flying is the fuel. They
Right.
burn a lot of fuel. So if there's a way to make it more affordable for everybody in the process, and it's better for the planet, what the heck? Why not do it, right? Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
And I got a nice Dear John letter. I just want to say thank you, by the way, because I had asked for some Dear John letters that were not quite as serious. And then I got some that were really silly. So I appreciate those too. But this one is somewhere in the middle between super serious and super silly. And we'll read this one because I don't think our answer is going to probably change anybody's life. The questions recently were about divorce, and they were about, it's a lot of stuff that were like really heavy subjects. So here's one that's not quite so heavy. Dear John, my neighbor got a new dog a few weeks ago. When they let the dog out, it often runs over to our backyard to go to the bathroom. I noticed they pick up the mess in their yard, but they leave it when the dog comes over to
Yikes.
our side of the property line. I've always had a pretty good relationship with the neighbor, so I don't want to be too rude, but I kind of think they're being rude by letting this happen over and over. My husband said we should put up a fence. I really don't want to spend a bunch of money on that right now, but maybe that is our best answer. What are your thoughts? What should I even say to them if I do bring this up? Signed, New Dog Neighbor. So what do you think, Heidi?
Just have a conversation. If you've got a good relationship with them and you can have a conversation with them and say, we love your new dog. It's adorable. But could you please pick up after it when it comes in our yard?
And maybe
That wouldn't
even
be too much to ask at all for anybody.
Maybe it's even like they feel weird, like trespassing on your property. Because I could see that, where if the dog is running over into your yard and they're going, okay, I don't want to walk into their
Well,
yard.
then put your dog on a leash so that it can't come into their property.
At the end of the day, this is really more about responsible dog ownership.
Yeah.
But here's what I think might be happening.
Or you could just like write a note on a paper airplane and throw it in their yard.
Heidi's saying that because that literally happened to a friend of ours recently. Is that the weirdest thing you've ever heard of?
Yes.
Their neighbor wrote a note on a paper airplane, tossed it over the fence, and then at the bottom of the note said, "Hey, when you're
after you've read this, will you throw it in the other neighbor's yard?"
what?" So you could try that.
Gosh, yeah, that might work.
I would not suggest that because you might be thought of as crazy.
No, communication is best.
Yeah, communication is
Just have
key.
a conversation.
But here's what I was going to say. Maybe what they're wanting to do, because your husband just said, well, I don't know, let's just put up a fence. Maybe they thought that would be the first response, and they're going, hey, you know what?
If they pay for part of the fence, then we don't have to pay for much more.
I don't know what the rest of their situation is. If it's just coming to your yard, do they have a fenced-in yard on both sides of their house, and you're just the last piece that needs to be fenced in? If that's the case, maybe they're angling for a free fenced-in backyard. But, you could even maybe ask them, hey, would you guys be interested in doing
just have the conversation first. Have the conversation first. You don't need to say, hey, you want to help pay for part of a fence? No, that would be a bit of an extreme
How do you know that's where I was going?
Because I know you. No, don't listen to John. That's
and it
horrible
doesn't have
advice.
it doesn't have to be a really big fence. It doesn't have to be an expensive fence. I'm saying if they just want to have something that shows a property line and keeps a dog from coming over there, if they put up just a cheap little, like the tiny garden area fences.
They don't even need to do that. I
I'm
think a
saying if you did
conversation will
that.
take care of it if you've had a good relationship so far. I think just a nice, friendly conversation.
Friendly.
Maybe take over a new toy for their new dog. Take over like a little welcome doggy basket with some little doggy doo-doo bags in it as a gift.
I can show you how to use these. Well, the thing is, they're picking them up in their yard, but they're not picking them up in this person's
and
yard.
just say, we love your new dog. Congratulations.
And give them
If you wouldn't
permission.
mind, would you please pick up after the dog when it comes in our yard? That's nobody could be upset by
And
that.
again, maybe they feel weird trespassing in your yard. So if you just give them permission, hey, if your dog comes over and goes, you have my permission to come over and pick it up.
Yeah.
If that's what you're worried about. I'm not worried about you stepping into my yard. Because I've seen that done too, where people are afraid to go into somebody's yard. It wasn't necessarily the same thing. But again, if you would like to chime in with your advice, maybe Heidi can smack yours down too and say, terrible idea. Don't listen to him. You can chime in at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Also, if you would like to submit a Dear John letter for next week, I like these. Keep them where they're not quite as the ones that were about really, really serious subjects about divorce and stuff. If you want to chime in with something light and fluffy for next week, you have my permission. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And if you're not on Facebook, you can do it right at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The human eye can detect more shades of green than any other color. I wonder if that's why they made money green. You think? No? Probably
Possibly.
not. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
When you lie, the temperature of your nose increases. It is called The Pinocchio effect. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
With enough training, an elephant can throw a baseball faster than a man can. Yeah, an elephant can outpitch a man with enough training. I think, wouldn't it depend on the man, too?
You would think.
Probably. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average adult spends more time on the toilet than they do spend exercising. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't doubt that. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The only two infectious diseases that have been completely eradicated are smallpox and rinderpest. What about cooties? I thought they eradicated that. Apparently not. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. Dog owners named their pet after this food more than any other food. What is it?
Alpo?
No. I've never even heard of a dog named Alpo. Oreo is the answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I would have never thought. I've never heard of a dog named Oreo
Nor
either.
have I,
so.
but apparently there's quite a few. So, yeah, Oreo. Dog owners name their pet after this food more than any other. Oreo. So if you had a chubby dog, would you call it double stuffed Oreo, do you think? Probably not. I don't know. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Sounds weird, but with the way things are going, I don't think we can be too surprised. Researchers in Germany say someday you could have a boss that's an AI bot. Yeah. They say that digital technologies have proven an essential part of effective leadership. And the idea is not about replacing human leadership entirely, at least not now, but using the advantages of AI to assist in leadership roles, from strategic decision-making to analyzing employee behavior. But there's an even more advanced phase further down the road, one where AI does not just aid human bosses, it substitutes for human leadership altogether. The researchers feel it's unlikely that AI leaders of the future would be simple chatbots. They envision an advanced system equipped with natural speech akin to Siri or Alexa, and possibly even appear as a human through like an avatar or VR technology. So I can only imagine how wonderful that world is going to be. It just doesn't sound fun to me at all. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. More funny city names, part 3. Are you ready for these, Heidi?
I'm ready.
All right. These are from Vroom Vroom Vroom. It's a travel site, maybe? I don't know, a car rental site. They put out the world's top 120 cities with funny names. We're up to this one. Chicken, Alaska. Chicken, Alaska. That's kind of a fun name.
Oh, that is funny.
Christmas Pie, England.
Oh.
That's neat. Condom, France.
Oh.
I wonder if that's where that was invented. Maybe that's why, because that's otherwise, isn't that a weird name?
It really is.
Dull, Scotland is another one.
Okay.
Dull. Again, can you imagine trying to be the person trying to get people to come and visit Dull, Scotland? And go, am I doing it right? Go, Madagascar. Go.
Okay.
Go. So go. And I think that's where we'll end for today. We'll continue this tomorrow. We've got a whole bunch of them. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Dr. Seuss. He's got some really good quotes, but this is a really nice one. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
I actually love that so much.
I could see that
and
on
that
like
is
a coffee mug or
fitting
something.
for us right now.
Absolutely is. Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. You ready for a good news story here, Heidi?
Yes, I could always use some good news.
I think this one's a pretty good one here. A 94-year-old woman traveled across the country to say goodbye to her 90-year-old sister.
Oh.
How neat is that? In a display of sisterly love, which has taken TikTok by storm, a 94-year-old woman from New Hampshire embarked on a cross-country trip to reunite with her 90-year-old little sister, creating a heartwarming farewell video that touched the hearts of millions. Think about that. The younger sister is 90.
That's crazy.
An emotional video captured a touching moment when the sisters bid each other a farewell, when the younger sister Shirley expressed, "If we don't see each other on this earth, we'll see you in heaven."
Aww.
Isn't that amazing? To which Barbara, the 94-year-old from Seabrook, tenderly replied, "You betcha. You betcha."
Aww.
The reunion was 3 years in the making. She was working with her granddaughter. Due to COVID-19, she couldn't go back when she planned to go. However, she remained determined to make the trip one way or another, and she came from New Hampshire all the way to Nevada to see her sister. She accompanied her granddaughter on the sentimental journey and documented the heartfelt goodbye the granddaughter did, which is really neat. The night before the departure, she recorded an emotional conversation in bed, which Shirley implored, "Don't say goodbye," Barbara reassured her. "I'm not going to. There's no way I'm going to say goodbye to you." I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Stephanie initially posted the touching video on TikTok for the benefit of her family members. However, it took the internet by storm, and over 13 million views later, it's making everybody just absolutely love her grandmother and her great aunt. So I think that's really neat. So
I'll have to watch that. I have not
Oh,
seen
I'll send
that.
it to you. And I've got a link to it. If you want to see it, I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.